We are dealing with another windy day. I'm at my personal favorite spot today. I'm standing in a road for the intro because this is a really good spot. I've seen a lot of sign. One turkey I seen right up the top of this ridge right here. I just went right straight up just because I wanted to. And when I got to the top, he was in the next ridge over and spotted me when I got skylined. And he just blah, 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 and off he went. So I know there's turkeys in here, and that's what we're after. I haven't walked the road yet because I'm going to go in kind of right here. Maybe not. Maybe I will go down. Yeah, I'll go down a little ways. So we will walk the road a little ways and see if I see any turkey tracks. But I didn't even park in the usual where people would park to come here because this is so secret. I didn't even want it to show a video. You know, this looks like just any other alongside the road around my area. But I'm not seeing any turkey tracks in this road. Not right now, anyway. Well, maybe yeah, I do. Actually, there's one. I'm not going to bother to tilt the camera because I think I've got it in the right spot where I poke through these woods. It's going to be good to see. But there's a lot to look at in here. These are one of my favorite woods. We're going to go in here pretty quick. It's thick, thick, thick once everything grows. And this will be the first time I'm in here with no leaves. So, what I'm looking for, here it is. See that cross trail right there? This is what I'm looking for. This was my way out of here last year. Here's a bunch of deer prints. But, okay, this is how we're going. And these are fresh. These were just come through here. The snow's rolled over. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, I'm going to get in here a little bit, so I'm going to crash and bang for a minute because I want to get off the road for one. Because it's such a secret spot, I just don't want to even be seen walking in. They're going to see my van, of course, but I don't want to know. Last year I had a problem with the guy. I parked where, they now have a public parking sign. I'm going to step up and just get past these bushes and then I'll say it some more. I just want to get in a little further. I can see I got to duck and get through this. So it's pretty gnarly. Move a few branches here. I'm not worried about spooking deer because I'm not after them anyway, but spooking them spooks everything else too. So I'm just trying to get my way through this thick stuff while I can. Oh, because it'll bite you all the way. Of course. Okay, there. That's why it's so hard when there's leaves on it, because this is the actual trail. Can you see? Good. Okay, now let's tilt this up a little because I can see already that branches or something caught it. That should be good. That should be pretty good. Seeing some sky there. Okay, now I gotta be quiet. I just want to get up out of that thick stuff. Get away from that road a little bit more. Ooh. That's the only problem with the edge of it. I mean, you can see there was really no way other than right straight through where I came to get where I was. But, you know, a deer could do that a lot easier than me. So I had to bust my way through. Okay. I'm really looking around. So we're going to go a little slowly today. This is primarily, and when I say primarily oak trees. Everywhere you look, there's just huge amounts of oak trees. You can see. Just gorgeous here in the fall. But I'm going to go from shadow to shadow here and just kind of sneak in. It's really thick. I don't know if you can see it, but that kind of blurred line right there is nothing but really thick stuff. The only way through it is on deer trails. It opens up into little patches like what I'm standing in because of the oak trees. The oaks drop their nuts, so the deer especially congregate underneath them and browse little areas around them. But the trails on the way to them are thick, as most of the woods here are, unless it's well groomed personally by people. All the deadfall and stuff like that, I mean. So right down over here, right down over the bottom, you follow this road, you can see how the contour of the land slopes down. But right down at the bottom over here is a big slough. I don't know how deep the swamp is, but it's deep enough where animals aren't going to cross it. It's wide open water. But, so we got kind of a pinch point between me and that water down there. So as long as I stay on a high ridge between the two, I should be okay. The wind is coming, let's see, from that direction, I believe. So we're good. Northeast is the way it's coming. And so it's like, or northwest, I'm sorry. It's coming from that way to that way. So right now we're great. But the majority of the woods are that direction. So we're going to kind of veer that way and then ridge jump till we get to the open fields on the other side. That's the plan if we get that far. Right now it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So slow walking, that's going to take a good hour to get over there, even though it's only about 300 yards, just because it's thick and we need to go slow. We're going to get going though, because I'm well rested. I'm not breathing heavy. I'm seeing deer crap all over underneath my feet right now. like I said, I am going to go a little sneaky because I just don't know how the turkeys live here. I was hunting deer here, all small game actually. I come in here with my 22 pellet rifle to hunt squirrels. And that's when I seen that one off to the left here on that other ridge, which we will circle around to eventually. But I just want to get up on this flat so I can overlook the draw in between. It's kind of nice having a little bit of snow left. I can see quite a ways through the thickets. Spring camo right now does not work at all. Well, actually, I don't have spring camo. I had that on yesterday. I do have my fall camo on, so I look just like the ground, basically. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little shuffling and jiving here. It doesn't take long to walk yourself into a bunch of crap that you gotta wiggle through. If we're lucky, we might even find some sheds here. There are a lot of deer sign in here. A lot of deer sign, mostly deer sign. Oh yeah, so back to the story. I started to tell you before I went through that thicket. There was a guy that was really upset that I was hunting here. When I started hunting here, the parking area wasn't marked at all. You just kind of pulled in off the road. It was just a clearing big enough for like 2 vehicles to park side by side. So it almost didn't even look like a parking area. But anyway, I figured it out because of onXhunt, the hunting app, and it gave me all the locations. So I came and checked it out, and it's marked with signs, but not until last year was it marked at the parking area that it's state land. So this guy was really upset because he didn't think anybody knew about it. And up until, the internet, nobody would have known about this because it wasn't marked in any way as far as parking area or anything. It had the corner markers, which are those little square yellow signs that are, 10 by 15, something like that, where they mark state land borders. It had those, so if you're sharp-eyed, you see them, because they are off the road but not far, so you can see them from the road. But anyway, he drove by several times with a diesel truck just blatting it on that road back there. Just trying to spook anything out of here. Crazy. Look at this. Just munched that down a little bit, didn't they? Can you see it? Yeah. I love seeing sign like that. But we're not really supposed to be looking for that. Okay, so right now, you can see up here how it climbs up and then saddles down and then climbs back up. That's what we're looking for. That's why there's such a nice trail right here, because deer love these saddles. Right now I feel no wind. And the wind is really blowing today. That's the main reason why I came to this woodlot. I was at a different one this morning, and the wind was just whipping across the fields, and I couldn't hear anything, and I'm sure the turkeys couldn't hear me. But anyway, that's why I'm here, because it's really windy, and I'm hoping the turkeys are thinking the same thing. They can come here and get crunched up oaks from the deer being sloppy and dropping them, and browse for themselves. But I'm not seeing any. Oh yes, I am. See, there's an old faded, or we can see it right there. There's a couple turkey prints right there. And this track, which is a deer track. And if you're any type of outdoorsman, you know that a lot of the same animals travel the same route. A, because it's packed down and easy, and B, because they eat the same foods. These turkey will eat the oaks and the little bits and pieces of scrap that the deer drop out of their mouths, or even step on and break open. So, where you find one, you find the other. But this snow is making it very easy for them to see me too. Gotta go slow. Snow is going to make a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear that crow, but he's been hawking away pretty much ever since I got here. But for sure, the last 10-15 minutes, and I've heard no gobbles at all as a reply. Still a lot of deer poop on this trail. See, I know by being here that where this really starts to come down together through there, it gets really thick of fallen trees overhanging each other. So I'm looking that way more than anything. But that's not to say you shouldn't watch this ridge, because it's a sunny side. And if it was taller and longer, I'd probably watch that more than anything, because the deer lay on that to get warm. But I already scanned it from way back there with my rangefinder. Just trying to be a tree stump. It's moving in the wind. Coming through this saddle now. to stay off the snow. That view right through there is nice. We're going to have to go through this snow to get around this, and that's okay, because I might just keep going that way a little bit anyway. Maybe. Let's get around this first and see. See how it just goes right up into that next ridge? That's what we're going to be looking for. Oh, this ridge right here goes around, all the way around. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's just a perfect little bottom for everything to congregate. I gotta get up out of this snow. I want to get against that ridge. To really look around when I'm in the shadows. Right now I'm right next to all these trees, so it's making it easy for me to blend in. And off in the distance, beyond the snow on the ridge, I'm looking for tails flickering, ears moving, anything like that. Making sure you can still see up there. Go slow, because we're going to be in the sun for a little bit, and get up on that next ridge up there, and then it'll drop back down into another bottom just like this. Oh jeez, I was standing on a log all that time on snow and I didn't know it. Deadfall in here. This is really nice. It's such a nice spot that worth setting up for and try to call the turkeys in. But like I said, I haven't heard a sound. I even called when I first got here, after I got all ready to go and shut all the truck doors and everything. I made a few hoot calls and a few hen calls and heard nothing. Which truthfully I was kind of hoping, because I want to be able to get to where I think they are rather than misjudge it and they're already here and have no way to hunt them but off the road. Wow, this looks so different in the winter. This is crazy. Really different. Whoa, might have just seen something on that ridge over there. So though, because when I moved back slowly, my eyes seen the same thing. So it was a couple of branches that overlapped and made it look movement. I hate it when that happens. Boy, that's just beautiful up there though. Nice setup area to hunt anything. There's about, if I had to guess by memory, there's probably almost a half a dozen peaks and valleys just in this small little woodlot, and a couple of them are pretty steep. Like if you go through there, way up on the ridge, I mean, you can see how high the trees are. Another ridge on the other side through that, and it goes down, comes up. That's pretty steep. I was over there last year. That one kicked my butt. We're on the lower ridges. We're getting close, actually between the bigger ridges and the swamp. So the ridges here, this one right here, I think is the tallest one that we're right next to. Down below this, it just kind of bumps a few times and goes to the swamp. Feel the wind in my face now. That's what I want. That's why we came here and left the other place. I even deleted all the video from the other place because it was just me trying to figure out the wind and walking around and seeing no sign and the same deal, but it was just basically a waste of time. This will be harder for me to hunt just because I don't know it. All I'm doing is playing off the food sources and them playing follow the leader with the deer. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Until I find a spot that I think I can call them from the fields that are a couple miles ahead of me. That's my plan, if I get that far. through this leg gnarly stuff here. Because I think up here we're going to veer left. We are definitely far enough from the road. Yeah, the road is down over that ridge now. Yeah. So no one can see us, so we can pretty much set up anywhere once we see a draw in a bottom that looks like they've been scratching the hell out of it. I know where all the oaks are, so I'm using this, like I said, and I'm glassing the ground. If I see big tufts of leaves, it's either them or the squirrels. And like I said, one feeds the other. Luckily, this trail's doing most of the work for us. I was worried about that because I know how thick it is through here. I know what's on the other side of this, and it's a pretty good. I want to get up on this knoll, I think, so I can overlook both this draw and the draw we just came through. So I want to get up on this side of it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. We're going to have to be really sneaky now. See that oak trees in the skyline? That's a good bunch of oaks that just go straight down the other side into the draw. So we're going to count on that. Wind is going right straight across the top of this knoll that direction. So as long as it stays going that way, we are good right now. Here's an old ground blind sitting on the ground. Tell me that's not camoed in. The only thing I saw was the black. See, you can see it, how big around it is. So somebody was turkey hunting right here a couple years ago. That's been there a while. Crazy. You gotta wonder who's got enough money to leave I think it's an Ameristrip or whatever they're called. Okay, I'm keeping my head down. So if you've got a ground shot right now, I'm sorry. But we're going to be popping up over this ridge here. I don't want to do it like abruptly. We got to go straight in. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to happen. Fumbling around. Oh, wow. The This looks so different. Holy cow. I can see all the way through the other ridge. Jeez. Whoa. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay. We're really going to have to go slow. Holy crap. This looks good. I like it. I'm starting to see down into the bottom now where the snow is. This wind is so perfect. It's still blowing right in my face right now. Across on that other ridge is where I spooked that turkey last year. That's why I'm going super, super slow right now. I did the exact same thing. Come up over that ridge, not realizing how easily they can see through to this ridge and be skylined. Shadow and sit still for a minute. You can see how deep that gets. Really cold. I was thinking it was in the 40s when I pulled up here, but it was only 34. But you can see the way these branches are moving in front of me. It's blowing them right in my face, which is perfect. That draw. But we're just going to sit here for a second just to look around, because I want to get over there and get this little saddle and go around over there and sit in the sun and watch that draw over there and watch the ridge over there. You'll be able to see the whole thing. It'll look sweet as hell. And we're going to sit there and call. Because that way, from that way, all the way to, well, all the way around actually, to this way, is nothing but big fields out there behind all those ridges. Farm fields, hay fields. And, I don't know, maybe they're going to come this way to roost. That's my plan anyway. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. It's really quiet right now. Sneak around over there now. The quicker we get to where we need to be, better off we will be. I want to do it now while the wind's picking up. How's that for a deer trail? They love those ridge tops, don't they? And we're gonna follow it. If we don't fall down first. We gotta sit still for a second. That was loud. Still looking in the snow now and then for turkey tracks, but I'm not seeing those as much as lots of deer. Boy, talk about a bedding area, huh? I know. And yes, I do plan on hunting it. As long as Diesel Farmer Boy doesn't keep coming back and forth. We're going to go this way. I see something that might work with us. This is two draws coming together right here. And the wind's still coming at my face. I got lots of shadow lines over here. And I'm up high enough to blow my scent way behind me. This. Okay, this is really, really good. This is what I was hoping. Look how browsed down this is. I mean, browsed down, like padded down. This is a lot of scratching over the winter, and a lot of laying down, and a lot of stomping. A lot of action, a lot of activity. So here we are, smack dab nice ridge top right there. And it drops down. I'm on top of this ridge top. That drops down right there into the pond. You can see kind of see it through there. You will in a minute. And then there's a ridge. Excuse me. There's another ridge there that comes around to here. I think we're in a good spot here. I don't think we're going to go to the fields. I got to get around this tree and get out of the nettles. I want to come from here. I want to be able to see them coming from that ridge over to here. I think this is going to work. Because this is the natural food plot for them. I like this area. Okay. I like this a lot. I just have to decide which side I want to sit on. Because I got the bottom over here. That's like a funnel between. Holy cow, this is such a hot spot. I almost wish I had a tree stand. God dang. Wow. Jeepers. I'm gonna have to take a walk over there and look. So let's stay in the shadow line for a second. Holy shit. Oh shit, I like this already. I took 2 steps and I'm already liking the view better. 2 freaking steps. Okay, so we need to get up over. I almost wish there was a tree right here, because that's where I need it. Wow. Damn, this is nice. Okay. We need to get in a spot like pronto. And I think we're gonna go right here. Wish there was a little more ground cover, but I think we can make do because of the location. I'll look like one of these 2 trees. Yeah, right here. This is nice. This is really nice. The wind is coming from right there. Okay, I got set up. I'm going to be watching from this way, as well as from this way, as well as from this way, as well as from this way. And we are just off the top of this knoll to break up our background, snug between 2 trees. All the ground's cleaned up. Camera mount set up. Somebody had a nail. Tell me this isn't a good spot. There's a nail right here. Tree stand. I looked for the rest, but they're not there. But this tree is perfect for a tree stand right there in that crotch, which overlooks all this. And so I wasn't the only one that thought this. But we're pretty much going to be sitting right here behind this tree with the camera over my head, looking down from there all the way to here, with the wind blowing right from there. So I'm hoping they come from that direction and get down in that draw. I haven't ranged anything yet but one tree, and it was that big one over there, and it was a big one right there, and it was 35 yards. So, oops, come Come on now. That's 35 yards. So that's the only thing I do know. And the only reason why I know that is because I thought I heard something and I was using my rangefinder and bumped the button. I have to read it at the same time. So there's your intro. We're going to be watching for pretty much every direction, but the wind's blowing that way, so I'm not expecting a whole lot to come from that way. I'm expecting them to come that way. Well, from that way all the way to that way. That's what I'm expecting. So we're gonna sit down, shut up, get the camera set up, and get ready to go. And every time the wind dies, I'm gonna call like a madman. Get used to this view right here. Actually, probably that view. Get used to this view right here. Well, it's just too windy up here. It's a nice spot and all, but just a little too windy for getting any calls out. Nothing's hearing me. I mean, it's a great spot. Beautiful spot. But if it's not going to work, it's not going to work, right? We got to move on. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and scout around some more, I think. Because it's just too cold to sit still and nothing's calling back at me. And I don't want to waste all day sitting in one spot if they're nowhere near me. But it's just so nice here in this spot. I just kind of want to walk around too and see what's what. Because in another 2 to 3 weeks, this will all be all greened out. And you won't be able to see 15 feet ahead of you. So it's kind of nice to see through the woods right now. I'm thinking we'll go down in this draw and we'll see a trail that we can follow for a while. This is all browsed down really good. I mean, I'm barely getting any snags on my legs and anything with the nettles. There's a nice trail right here. It just goes right up onto that nice little knoll. But I figured I'd come down here and take a look down along the water edge and see what we got. Probably a better chance of finding some antlers over this way. I sat up there for an hour and called and glassed and called and glassed. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. But I was really looking around over here with the glass. And it just looks so nice on the other side of this little ridge right here. So I had to come over and look at it. Look here. Someone has a chair sitting right here next to this tree. Tell me this area isn't good. Yeah, this is a really nice spot right through here. Crazy good. Especially for the rifle hunters. For the deer season. We're gonna go down in there. I can't help it. Gonna have to look for antlers now. That goes way down in there. That's crazy. am in uncharted ground as far as me hanging around down here. I've never been down in this far, this close to the swamp line. Never needed to be. But there's definitely some thick, gnarly stuff for the bucks to live in. I'm trudging right through because I want to find antlers. Well, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my stomach growling. It's almost that time. I'm getting hungry. This is insanely nice right here. Jeepers. I might have been on the wrong ridge all that time. Look at this. This is crazy. These deer get down in here and they lay down all day long. Wow. This is really nice here. It only keeps getting better every step I take. Holy Christ. This is unbelievable. Wow. This is great. Just when I thought I was at a good area, I go 20 yards and it's even a better area. Look at that ridge up there. It just comes right down into this. Wow. This is fantastic. No fresh sign though. I mean, there's snow right here and there's no fresh prints of any type that I can see. But that don't mean crap, because why would they want to walk in snow when they don't have to? This just keeps going further down and down and down. It's going to be fun trying to get up out of here. Actually, I'll follow this swamp back. Holy cow. It's just a highway. Oh, got a branch in the face. It just gets thicker and thicker that way now, because we're getting close to the water. And I'm getting hungry, so I think what I want to do is hug this waterway all the way to the road and see what we can see for action. There is it. Little off tilt. Whoop. There we go. That wind is just whipping right across, right through here. Right in my face right now. Yeah. Burr. Well, what I'm looking for now is a deer trail that goes right alongside of this right here. Yep, that's what I was thinking right about. Here should be one. Oh, here's a deer carcass. Or something. Yep, that's a deer. He didn't make it far. We're not going to mess with that. We'll leave that for the predators. Oh, snow is slippery. Let me get some footing here and we'll move on. Droppings. Just warm enough out where the snow is melting, making it slick on top. So footing is crappy. I got my Rocky Bear claws on and I'm still slipping and sliding a little bit. Wow. That's quite a view. That's quite the ridge. Opens up nice. Jeez. No wonder why Diesel Farm Boy was trying to keep me out of here. This is one of the better hunting spots that I have. And obviously, other people think so too. Look at that. What a view. Yeah. Crazy. That's pretty steep right there. That's quite a jaunt up there. There's a wind in our back right now. All right. Not going to stay this easy to walk. I guarantee you that. These deer have browsed this down so nicely right here. It's not normal. You just don't have grass where it looks like it was mowed. It's pretty sure it's going to turn real thick real quick. Well, we got a fork in the road. We can either go that way and could stay along the bottom or this way, stay on the shelf. I almost want to go this way. Something's telling me to go this way. There's an old... Oh, oof. That wind is cold. It's only supposed to be a 42 for the high. And it may not get that warm. Well, with a wind chill, it definitely won't, but temperature-wise, it may not get that warm either. Because it's cold right now. And of course, like I said, the wind. But last I looked before I packed back up and took off for the second run, it said it was 36. So it's still cold out yet. I don't know what turkeys do when it's cold and windy. I mean, food is food. Oh, jeez. You can't walk on ice on a camber. You slip and fall real quick like. Well, this trail is pretty decent. Well, you can see now it's starting to thicken up already. They haven't worked their way this way to eat the browse down. It's starting to get visible water down there. It's starting to melt. A lot of young deer droppings on this trail. I mean, a lot. Like my boots are going to be covered with them. Man, oh man. I know where I'm coming next fall, or this fall. Not next fall. This is not even 50 yards off the road, if that. I think it's just around this little bend right here. And the road will be real close. But you can see how they just browse right here before they get to the road. This is nice. They've gone over this log so many times they've worn the bark down. Worn the wood down. That's awesome. No sheds though. Darn. Look at this trail, it's just a beaten path. Crazy. Don't look like a bedding area, does it? Yeah. Okay. Attaboy. Trip and stumble all on your face. Alright, we gotta get around this downfall here without tripping and falling on my face. Jeez, big tree. Long way around it. kind of wanted to stay on that bottom down there, but now I know why the deer came. We should have took a right instead of a left. Back there. Now I know why they came this way. Big old trees in the way. Got an itch on my eye from wearing my goggles. There we go. There's some hair. Old hair, all matted down. There's a lot of droppings on this trail. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Just droppings everywhere. Well, it's just too windy to hunt turkeys, I guess. It's hard to get them to call back if they can't hear you. Bulldozing my way through. I'm so close to the road now. More or less just looking for sheds. And tripping up. Still can't see some of the logs that are under the snow. And you step on them and they're like stepping on an icicle. Your feet just slide out from under you. It's kind of annoying. But if hunting was easy, everyone would do it. That's why we need a challenge. Look at this pile. I don't even know if I'm getting that in the camera. But that's the way it is everywhere. Just all over the place. All up through here. Just droppings everywhere. We're gonna take this trail just because it's closest to the road. We'll get back up on that road and go to a totally different area. We'll just bulldoze our way through here now.